Good morning, God. Here I am again, coming to you with a heart that feels heavier than I wish it did. The sun is rising outside my window, but inside it still feels like there are shadows that won't quite lift. You know what I'm carrying today. You know the empty chair at my breakfast table, the phone that won't ring with their voice, the future plans that suddenly have a person-shaped hole in them. I'm grateful that you're a God who doesn't shy away from our tears. When Jesus wept at Lazarus' tomb, even though he knew resurrection was coming, you showed us that grief isn't a lack of faith. It's love with nowhere to go. And right now, God, I have so much love with nowhere to go. There are mornings when I wake up and for just a split second I forget. I reach for my phone to text them about something funny I dreamed, or I save up a story from my day to share later. Then reality crashes back in like cold water, and I remember they won't be responding to that text. They won't hear that story. The finality of it still catches me off guard, even after all this time. Guide me through these moments, Lord. When I'm standing in the grocery store and see their favorite cookies, help me decide whether to walk past or buy them anyway. When their birthday comes around and I don't know whether to celebrate or mourn, show me how to honor both my love for them and my need to heal. When well-meaning friends say they're in a better place now, give me grace to receive their comfort even when their words feel hollow. I'm learning that grief isn't something you get over. It's something you grow around. Some days I feel like I'm making progress, laughing at memories instead of crying, finding joy in things that used to feel impossible. Then other days, a song on the radio or the scent of their perfume on someone passing by, and I'm right back in that hospital room or at that accident scene, or holding their hand as they took their last breath. Teach me to be patient with myself on the hard days. Remind me that healing isn't linear, that there's no timeline for grief that makes everyone comfortable. When people ask if I'm feeling better yet, as if loss was a cold that should clear up in a reasonable amount of time, help me find words that are both kind and honest. You promise in your word that you're close to the brokenhearted, that you save those who are crushed in spirit. I'm claiming that promise this morning, God, because some days that's all I have strength to do. I can't muster up faith that moves mountains, but I can whisper help in the dark and trust that you hear me. Lead me toward the people who know how to sit in sadness without trying to fix it. Connect me with friends who remember their name without me having to bring them up first, who include their memory in conversations naturally instead of tiptoeing around it like it might break me. I need people who understand that talking about them doesn't make me sadder. It makes me feel less alone. Show me how to navigate the holidays that feel impossible now. Christmas morning without their terrible jokes, Thanksgiving without their notorious green bean casserole, birthdays without their off-key singing. Help me create new traditions that honor what was while making space for what is. Maybe lighting a candle, maybe visiting their favorite place, maybe doing something they would have found absolutely ridiculous but would have loved that I did anyway. There are practical things I'm struggling with too, Lord. There are clothes still hanging in the closet that I can't bear to pack away, but also can't bear to see every morning. The life insurance paperwork that feels like putting a price tag on someone priceless. The decisions about their car, their jewelry, their books filled with margin notes and handwriting I'll never see again. Give me wisdom about what to keep and what to let go. Help me save the things that bring comfort and release the things that only bring pain. Show me how to be generous with their belongings without giving away pieces of them I'm not ready to share. Guide me toward keeping their memory alive in ways that nurture life instead of shrinking from it. I'm angry sometimes, God, and I hope that's okay. Angry at the diagnosis that came too late, the treatment that didn't work, the accident that happened in a split second, the choices that led to consequences no one saw coming. Angry at myself for things I said and didn't say, for time I wasted on petty arguments, for not hugging them longer the last time I had the chance. Help me know the difference between anger that needs to be felt and anger that needs to be released. Show me how to forgive the doctors who couldn't save them, the other driver who didn't see them, myself for being human and imperfect, and not psychic enough to know our time was running short. Teach me that forgiveness doesn't mean pretending it's all okay. It means choosing not to let bitterness poison what time I have left. Transform my regrets into lessons. Help me love more freely because I know how quickly people can be gone. Inspire me to speak words of appreciation while people can still hear them. To show up fully in conversations instead of being half distracted by my phone. To prioritize presence over productivity when someone I care about needs me. There are moments, God, when I feel them close. Not in a spooky way, but in a peaceful way. Like when I'm making a decision they would have had strong opinions about, and I can almost hear their voice guiding me. Or when I'm struggling with something they would have helped me through, and suddenly I remember exactly what they would have said. I choose to believe these aren't just my imagination. I choose to believe love creates connections that death can't completely sever. Your word tells us that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation can separate us from your love. If your love can't be broken by death, then maybe the love we shared with them has an eternal quality too. Maybe what we built together doesn't just disappear. Maybe it transforms. Comfort me with this hope on the days when missing them feels like a physical ache. Remind me that the depth of my grief reflects the depth of my love, and that's not something to apologize for. Help me wear my grief like a badge of honor for having been blessed enough to love someone so deeply that losing them reshapes my entire world. But don't let me get stuck there, Lord. As much as I honor my grief, I don't want to live in it forever. Show me how to carry their memory forward into a life that would make them proud. They wouldn't want me to stop laughing, stop dreaming, stop believing in good things just because they can't be here to see them. Open my eyes to the ways they're still influencing my life. The patience they taught me that I now offer to others. The recipes they shared that I still make when I need comfort. The books they recommended that shaped my thinking. The values they modeled that guide my choices. Help me see that while they may be gone from this earth, they're not gone from who I'm becoming. Connect me with others who are walking this same difficult road. Let me find community with people who understand that grief and gratitude can coexist, that you can be thankful for the time you had while still wishing desperately for more. Use my experience to help someone else feel less alone in their loss. Turn my pain into purpose, not because that makes the pain worth it, but because that gives it meaning. When I'm ready, and not a moment before, introduce me to new relationships that don't require me to pretend my loss didn't happen. People who can love me as someone who has been profoundly marked by grief, who can see that my capacity for sorrow reflects my capacity for joy. Help me trust that loving again doesn't dishonor who I've lost. Help me believe there's room in my heart for both treasured memories and new adventures. Give me patience with my own healing process. Some days I'll feel strong enough to help others through their hard times. Other days I'll need to be helped through mine. Some seasons I'll want to talk about them constantly. Other seasons I'll need space from even thinking about them too much. Let me honor whatever I need without judging myself for not being further along or more together. As this new day unfolds, walk with me through whatever it brings. If there are unexpected tears, sit with me in them. If there are surprising moments of laughter, celebrate with me. If there are difficult conversations or painful reminders, give me strength to face them with grace. If there are small signs of hope or healing, help me notice them and be grateful. Bless everyone else who is missing someone this morning. The parent facing their first day back at work after losing a child. The spouse learning to sleep alone after decades of sharing a bed. The friend planning a funeral for someone taken too young. The grandchild trying to imagine holidays without their biggest cheerleader. Wrap your arms around all of us who are learning to live with love that has nowhere to land. Thank you for being big enough to hold our biggest questions, strong enough to carry our heaviest sorrows, and patient enough to wait with us in our darkest valleys. Thank you for the promise that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Help me trust that even when the night feels endless, morning is still coming. I don't need to understand everything today. I don't need to feel better immediately. I don't need to have all the answers about why this happened or what comes next. I just need to know you're here and that somehow, some way, love really is stronger than death. I'm choosing to believe that today, even when believing feels harder than breathing. Use this grief to make me more compassionate, more present, more aware of how precious and fragile and beautiful life really is. Help me waste less time on things that don't matter and invest more energy in things that do. Teach me to see ordinary moments as the gifts they are, because I now know how quickly ordinary moments can become treasured final memories. Hold my heart gently today, God. Hold theirs too, wherever they are. And hold all of us who love imperfectly but deeply, who grieve thoroughly because we have been blessed thoroughly, who are learning that the price of love is loss, but the gift of love is worth paying any price. In Jesus' name, amen. If this prayer spoke to your heart this morning, I'd be so grateful if you'd hit the like button and consider subscribing for more prayers and encouragement. You're not alone in whatever you're walking through. God sees you. I'm praying for you. And there are others in this community who understand. Take care of yourself today, and remember that healing happens one breath, one moment, one prayer at a time.